Time now to review headlines in today's newspapers with Ombudsman of This Day in Arise Media Group and This Day Newspaper Limited's Group Executive Director, Kaide Komolafe. Good morning, KK.
Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, KK.
Steve.
Good morning.
Good morning, Oji.
Good morning, Mr. Komolafe.
How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so we go straight to our Sunday tonic. And we'll start with This Day on Sunday. The lead story, Atiku promises to revive economy as Tinubu pledges to improve welfare of Nigerians. Okoa, Obaseki, Tambua, Ganduje, Adamu confident of their party's victories. And I think that we can take the lead photo with the lead story, which is that of the PDP, Atiku and his men at the palace of the Oba Iware II, the Oba of Benin. That's where he made the promise to revive the economy yesterday. On top of that, KK, NCC to auction 2 additional 5G licenses for $547.2 million. And on top of the masthead, find out how terrorists get arms and have yours. Danjuma tells Nigerians. That's on page 5 of today's This Day. The elder statesman is basically saying, self-defense is inevitable, at this point.
It's always been his stance.
Absolutely, of our reality. And on the window, Buhari Pinnacle Oil Facility has reduced congestion in Apapa, cost of fuel distribution. And last but not the least, the story on page 8 says, again, UAE imposes visa ban on Nigerians, rejects application. So for those who are Dubai or Abu Dhabi bound, UAE is saying that, the issues with Nigeria that has been lingering over time, are still there. No more visas for now. Those are the stories, KK.
Yes, the political story, is significant, at least in one respect, and that is that at least the politicians now are now addressing issues.
Issues.
So we are, let us hope that we are moving away from the fixation with ethnicity, religion, and the rest, and talk of things that are actually relevant to the people. And what else can be more relevant to the people now? Maybe safe security, maybe the economy. The presidential candidates of 2 of the leading parties, the PDP, Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and that of APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Interestingly, in their pronouncements, that is like looking at the 2 sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Atiku has promised that he will revive the economy. The purpose, the end result of the revival of the economy is to improve the condition of lives of people. That is the welfare of the people. And Tinubu says it's going to improve the welfare of Nigerians. And experts will tell you that to be able to improve the welfare of Nigerians, then you have to have a strong economy. There has to be economic growth, which can be, qualitatively transformed into economic development, and
that's right.
On that basis, we'll be able to improve, the welfare, of the people. So, like I said, it's good. I mean, this should be the tone, for at least for the next 4 months. So that people will actually have issues, to engage with, and then perhaps we'll be able to have some kind of informed debate, so that at the end of the day, the voter next year will be able to make informed choices, as it were.
Yeah.
The NCC story, I think, is the more the merrier.
The option.
The more the merrier. I think
the federal government needs the money.
Yeah, the federal government needs the money, and also ultimately, for the consumer.
Yes.
The consumer, yes.
Yes.
I mean, it means
options.
It means we have more options, particularly that is 5G. That if that will correct, some of the errors, that you have, in the sector. I mean, that is what improve the services and never, reduce the complaints for consumers. I think is quite good news.
Yeah.
For the visa matter between Nigeria and UAE, I think for those who have business with UAE and or Nigerians who go there for things that are not strictly business, maybe for leisure and the rest. I think the earlier the federal government, resolved, this lingering issue, because this time around it's like the UAE is taking a very, drastic step, because all visa applications are rejected, and they said until agents, have been informed that they should inform their customers, their clients that even the rejection will be released, in batches, So I think it's a very serious, so it's expected that the necessary diplomatic steps, will be taken, to resolve those, long-standing issues between Nigeria and,
I think Nigeria should be decisive in how we relate with, the UAE.
Absolutely.
I think that they have taken us for granted, for too long. It's just a pity that TINAPA failed, because the whole point of TINAPA, was to create a kind of, a hub that, all this going to buy all those things in Dubai, for example, I mean, TINAPA would have, neatly created that alternative. Turkey is taking advantage of the fact that UAE, is behaving arrogantly now. A lot of Nigerians now go to, Istanbul and a few other cities in Turkey. I think Nigeria should just have to show that we're not a pushover,
I can't agree more with you. Rather, it's even, like I said, it's a pointed message that at the end of the day, we have to put, ours in order,
We have to put our house
in order. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, should we go to this star?
Yes, on the cover of this star, we've got Abike Dabiri, who of course is a former member of the House of Representatives and chairperson of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, captioned here, a force for good. And of course, on the heels of her birthday, and an accomplished broadcast journalist. Seasoned, extremely seasoned. Of course, thanks KK for sharing the information on the heels of her 60th birthday a few days ago. So I would imagine that this is a compendium of her accomplished life and works and more to come.
Reflections.
Did you watch the video of her 60th birthday when she danced Buga, danced a few other?
I missed that.
Oh yeah,
I missed that.
That was lovely. She had a beautiful dance, at 60, and she could go down low, rise up and everything.
Right.
It's just that now that Auntie's 60 and she's in the diplomatic circle, shall we say, I think that interventions on social media will have to be slightly measured.
Yes.
Because I saw what happened between her and a few people, and even Obi is on Twitter.
So she recently came on the fire because she was responding to a Twitter user who had used an insulting language, and called her Mumu. She went back to call her Ode. But I think that the fire was the fact that she stereotyped the person that she was responding to, saying something like, you go to Indonesia and you carry drugs, and you think that the Nigerian government should come and bail you out. Basically saying that, when you are out there, you're doing illegal activities. So that was really the outrage at the point. But she, she maintains her stance. She wouldn't apologize even when Obieze says clean it up. She really,
she says she's not the type of a government official who will be cowed by trolls and,
No, ladies and gentlemen, I think differently.
Stance on that.
It's Abike's birthday. I think congratulations will just be in order.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I mean, this is the occasion of a birthday. It's not the occasion of exploring,
we appreciate that. We're talking about what happened.
Accomplished journalist, she has done very well.
No, because the issues involved, they are even from your comments, you are not putting them in the proper context. So if you want to...
Wait, who's not putting them in the proper context?
From your comments,
okay, what is the proper context, Mr. Komolafe? We would like to know your thoughts on
Yes, we are not... what I'm just saying that... Let us just say that congratulations are in order. It is a birthday. It is a birthday.
Kiki does not want to spoil.
But the point...
Exactly. It is a birthday. It is a birthday. And I'm saying that if you want to discuss... No, if you want to discuss the issues raised, yes, I followed the issue of the it could be eminently discussed, another occasion. But I don't think that should be the purpose now.
Yes. I want to read a quote from her interview, which I really loved. She says, having known having a known face helped. I made a very, very popular candidate. That is her position, her earlier position. I didn't realize how popular I was with Newsline. There was appreciation, there was support, there was gratitude for all. They loved me, it helped. And that also put a challenge on me to do well. This is for you, Abby. Now you're a popular face. Hopefully see
responsibility comes with that, doesn't it?
The morning show. Right. The morning show is the new Newsline.
It's the new Newsline, Abby. So just know that.
I think you're right.
Congratulations again, Abby, on her 60th birthday. Okay. Well, should we move over to the Sunday Punch?
Yes.
A lot of stories there. The lead story there. Nigeria's killing failed. Northeast leads as terrorists. Others murder 53,418 under Buhari. The riders there. Northwest records 13,590 deaths. Southwest, 2,170 deaths. Experts blame arms proliferation, corruption, lack of political will. And then Danjuma, obviously, like you said, on this day, tells Nigerians, acquire arms to fight bandits. Another rider there, reps grill IG over extrajudicial killing on Tuesday. Now, there's some stories above the masthead there. I'll start with this one from the ex-NCAA DG who says, Nigeria shouldn't have engaged Ethiopia for national carrier. I guess this is how, as Nigeria Air begins or resumes operation in December. He's saying that, you know, it should be reviewed, I guess.
Ethiopia has denied us visas too, isn't it? Visa on arrival.
Ethiopia has denied us visa on arrival. It's a huge debate that should continue to go on.
Nigeria
I mean, I don't understand it. I watched some of those you know, meetings at the National Assembly. I believe it was 2 days ago, and you know, the questions on the aviation minister, I hardly could respond to half of the questions there. But we'll see what happens. Another story there: Apostle Sulaiman seeks IG's intervention, demands DPO's prosecution. I guess this is, you know, coming from the brutal attack of his convoy where 3 policemen died.
Four policemen actually.
I think Punch is reporting 3, so 4.
4 he said on video, the gentleman himself, and 3 other aides,
drivers,
you know, and aides, you know, which is sad, very sad. You know, but I think that beyond just petitioning the IG, you know, he will also need a lot of, you know, clarifications, because he says, I know those behind this. The issue has been on since 2017. You can't keep that to yourself.
No, we need to know.
We need to know.
Another story there. I will correct APC errors. Support state police, says Atiku. Over to you.
Yeah, let us take the security issue, you know, and let's match the lead story of Punch with General Danjuma's statement, you know, at the installation of the traditional ruler in Okari yesterday in Taraba State. Now, General Danjuma's statement, I think it's been reported by virtually all the papers today, you know, most of them on the front page. I think it's also the lead story of Vanguard, one other paper. Now, I think first, we must put it I mean, that is what Danjuma is saying, you know, must put it, you know, side by side with the reality, you know, of Nigeria, security-wise. When former defense minister, former chief of army staff, a general, you know, of Nigeria, I mean, you know, says that, you know, I mean, what he says in security matters should carry weight, you know, but when you put it, you know, side by side with reality, you know, it gives a cause to worry. When he says that people should arm themselves, how do people arm themselves? You are confronting people with, you know, armed with AK-47. AK-47 is not chocolate now. It's not something you go on to. This that you buy. So how do I, for instance, as a citizen, how do I arm myself? That is given, you know. So I think that a critique, you know, coming from General Danjuma of the security situation should be more rigorous, you know, should be more tempered and so on, because I think it's prescription, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's a prescription for anarchy, you know, as it were, you know, and also, you know, an expression of, you know, of helplessness, you know. So I think the thing should be to put the pressure on the Nigerian state. It is the duty of the Nigerian state to give security.
Yes.
That is the constitutional duty.
Yeah,
we should not be tired of that. So, and well, given his own, as an expert, he can talk more authoritatively on the failings, of the Nigerian state, and also make adequate, recommendations, on how to go about it. And then that also brings this point, which is being suggested, a number of times to this, to the present administration, and that is that there should be a way by which the security authorities, should be able to interface with a reservoir, of expertise, of resources of knowledge, but people like Danjuma, there should be a way by which, maybe the current, chief of army staff or those who are in charge of the NSA should be able to relate to them, like in a club, and some of these suggestions, could be given in a more constructive manner, and even the criticism that they have, could be more productive, so that we'll be able to achieve a result, and not, making this kind of statement, I think, the general, should be more tempered, and that the approach, should be different,
Yes.
But I agree, that perhaps the initiative ought to come, from the government, in tapping, from the knowledge, from the experience, of retired generals, retired security chiefs, on how to go about it.
Okay. Then, go on.
Yes, on the grim statistics,
grim statistics,
yes, of 53, over 53,000 people, killed since May 2015. The critique, that I have of that is that what is the source, that is, is the Council of Foreign Relations, an American institution, that's tracking, how come that we don't have this kind of data, being provided by our Ministry of Defense, by our own strategic institutions that we are having it, how come that, our picture, this green picture of ours, is being presented to us by an American institution, I think that is something, that should,
KK, we have run out of time. I would have loved to look at the, story on the cover of Sunday Sun, worsening hardship insecurity. Nigerians in mad rush to escape overseas. But it's actually the figures that are important, just like the grim statistic that we mentioned. As of June, 34,000 Nigerians who got visas to study in Britain took along 31,898 dependents.
Wow.
8,972 Nigerians got work visas. Traveled with 8,576 dependents. The jackpot syndrome is real. It's real, So while it's
another grim,
It's absolutely. That's my point about the story in Sunday Sun. But
that is worrisome.
That's all we're about to take now.
Worrisome.
So thank you so much,
Mr. Komola.